got one in America.
Everything else is well barren.
Like one's in France, one's in Scotland, one's in
Do you
Berlin,
have a small
they've
farm,
got
a
one
big
in
farm,
Toronto.
or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you
Bray
right.
Wyatt's
That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge,
I
Tennessee.
know that's not the right word to say it. Like, is it Howdy Doody or Mr. Howdy?
Oh, Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy, yeah. He's like, they were playing literally like 10 seconds.
That's his
videos.
brother.
Yeah. They were playing some 10-second videos of him and Dragon.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Yeah, I was too. They just brought out some NXT people.
So they're setting up like The Rock is give Cody a Rolex.
That's what it was.
What else could it be?
So, like, I was trying to think, did they when I was trying to remember, did they exchange anything? I know he said something in his ear, and Cody made that face.
I don't know if they exchanged anything. And it may be, I may just be off, but I just
Arctic Air
think
keeps
The
your
Rock
home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee.
Oh, it's a nice piece.
Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
And this is
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great. They're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and the air, so I don't have to.
Triple H is going to tone him down.
Arctic Air, when you need us,
I mean,
we'll be
wrestling,
there.
even though there wasn't kind of attitude there, it's still family oriented. I mean, like, he went like 8 words and
Financial advisor Scott
like-
Beasley knows time spent with
'Cause
family
I
is
showed
everything.
that.
As a founder
I
of
showed that
Beasley
whole
Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns.
Yeah,
A local of
that's what he's
Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with
like I
clients,
said, I know
ensuring
that's
they
him,
make informed
but
decisions
he's-
concerning
he should
asset
have enough
management,
respect
tax
for the
planning,
audience.
and retirement
Now, if you're
planning,
gonna say
offering a
ass or
free
something, I get
initial
it.
consultation. Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
By accident.
Yes.
A local
here
law
he's been
firm
on TV
respected
3
throughout
days.
the state. Generations of clients
Yeah.
have turned to Boston,
Yeah,
Holt, and
I'm
Durham
glad you said
since
it, 'cause I thought you
1948.
said it a lot of times.
We assist individuals and businesses with their
I'm-
legal
I got a
needs,
bunch of bills
including
there.
real estate, property
I just want
closings,
someone to do a
personal
promo,
injury,
just eviscerate
employment
everybody.
discrimination,
Look
and
here.
family law. Our
Our
clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember people saying that.
Have you seen the backstage video of that?
Yes.
It's like, dude, I take some balls to go after him.
Hey.
Because, like, his head writer, Brian Gewirtz, who's back, is always like, yeah, we can go after him.
Still don't.
Kevin's
The big guy. Big guys we got going on.
He just makes me cuss.
Going the distance with local sports.
He's been real. Like,
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody here to X Sports Live. In the new studio again, been off for a couple of weeks. We've been very busy, a lot of stuff going down here. Joined by Hayden Burks, the big guy, back in the house. Dusty Kaiser, we have missed the big guy in so many ways.
man, it's good to be back. Yeah. You know, life, busy. You know, it's sometimes it's just hard to balance.
Right.
You know,
And family comes first, which
you know,
we
and I
completely understand.
yeah, and I mean, you know, y'all do this for a living.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't my living.
Right.
You know, so you know it's tough, but you just got to make the most of it and
Yeah.
roll on.
Yeah, we got to see this guy a lot this past weekend
Oh,
with
yeah.
WrestleMania. We're going to get into that later. We're hoping the talent.
The talent
Who
decides.
normally he's dealing with some family
Yeah.
health issues. You know.
Prayers going out to our man Clint and his family.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some family health issues. Hopefully, he can make it later.
If he can't, we'll
Yeah.
we'll speak for him.
Yeah, we'll try to save that as
Yeah.
late as we can go on. But guys, we've been busy the last couple of weeks, softball and baseball. Not so much this week. The weather has played a lot of havoc. I know, not just for us. I know probably for Mason. And
Yeah, I mean
his schedule as
we've got 3 rainouts now. We're supposed to play Friday, and I'm sure that's not going to happen.
yeah,
'cause
we're definitely not
Big
playing
Fred just
tomorrow.
told us we're not playing baseball this week. Pretty
He's
much.
expecting another inch tonight.
Yeah, another
Tonight,
inch tonight.
yeah.
He said, "Yep, through the night." Yep.
So yeah, I think my wife's already tired of me being home as much as I have been. But just kidding. The kid is certainly excited. I've been as home as much as I have been. But let's kind of get into some baseball. Let's start first with our guest here tonight. Summertown. We got a couple members of the Summertown baseball team, and guys, they were 2-10 at one point in the year, and now they're 11-10.
That's,
3-0 in the district and looking really good.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing about high school baseball. And we've talked about it before. Like, you know, you got guys coming out of basketball. You know, especially with our teams around here, they all made a run, so you don't have your full team. And then they got to transition themselves, and we've played. So, you know, you're not just going to go straight from a court to a field. That doesn't work.
Right.
So hats off to Summertown, coaching staff, their players. Right now's the time to get hot. You know, baseball season it's not a long – I play a lot of games, but it's not real long.
Right.
You know,
They
don't play
jam a
22
lot.
games or 23 games. So, like, their season is going to be coming up quick. You're going to be in the district tournament.
Yeah.
So, hats off to Summertown and what they're doing. I'm, proud of them.
Yeah, I think we just got 3 weeks left in the regular season. I think counting next week, and I think like 2.5 or something.
Right.
Something
and it
like
might
that.
go another week now with this rain.
Yeah.
We may have a couple of district games we've got to get in.
Yeah, district games, and then also other games that might not matter just because they're not district. But overall, like you said, they started the season 2-10 overall, and then now they're 11-10. You said like 3-0, and then. I mean, and that's the one thing, like all the other teams like Lawrence County and Loretta, you know, Summertown, they've had a busy week. Like every week, it seems like they're playing about 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, also that's just a testament for, you know, Summertown and their program. They like to see a lot of teams. They like to see a bunch of pitchers. That way, when it comes to postseason, they're ready to go. And I think, you know, when it comes to postseason, when it comes between Summertown and Loretta, I like the 2 matchups. So.
Yeah, they play Monday and Tuesday next week. Loretta, they got Mount Pleasant again. No disrespect to Mount Pleasant, but they're probably going to go in at 4-0.
Yeah.
Summertown's got Lewis County again. Don't know if maybe they'll play tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see what happens.
It's not looking good.
But they had a 1-0 barn burner. Grayson Burleson against Bryson McDonald, 2 of the best pitchers in Southern Middle Tennessee. Eagles got on top of that. They played in the 10 innings, a 1-0 game.
Yep,
and,
10 innings, 1-0.
That was a lot of fun to go back and through. So they've been good. And Loretto got back on the right track, 3-0. Probably going to be 4-0 in the district.
Yeah, I'd say
before
4-0.
long. And you've seen a lot of them, Hayden, and they've certainly been hitting the ball, pitching the ball pretty well as well.
Absolutely, and I think that just goes to Loretta overall. And shout out to their coach, Coach Curtis, Coach Moore, and Coach Weathers as well. You know, they've got a bunch of guys that can pitch the baseball.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously the other night, Carter Daniel. I mean, he's just been on a tear for the Mustangs. I believe he had 9 strikeouts against Mount Pleasant in their 16-0 victory district win. So I mean, they're 12-3. The 3 teams they lost to, obviously, lost to Lawrence County 1-0. Lost to Lauderdale County, a tough one, but hey, you know, like you said, Dusty, it's about getting hot at the right time. So I mean, you know, we got a bunch of talent here in Lawrence County. I'm really excited.
Speaking of getting hot here, Lawrence County's baseball team went on the road, doubleheader against the second-ranked team, Class 3A. Guys that come from behind win in game number 1. And in game number 2, had to come from behind, took the lead, but lost it right after that. And, I mean, they took the number 2 team in all 3, and I got to see it in person. That Oklahoma team is one of the best teams I've seen this year. So good defensively, got hard throwers no matter who they bring in here. These guys had 4 home runs in the doubleheader. Hitting the ball well, you're starting to see the confidence, and man, that come from behind win in game number 1 was something special. And, you know, their first district win since the second round of the district tournament in May of 2022.
Yeah, you know, and I wasn't there with you, but I've been watching, and hats off to the work those boys are putting in. You you know, they're hitting a baseball as good as any team in this area right now.
Right.
And it's, you know, it's not just one or two. You know, they're putting a bat on the ball. Props to the coaching staff, Coach Wright and his guys for putting in the time with them. You know, they struggled last year. We were there. It's totally different. Yeah. And I'm really proud of them and kind of anxious to see where this run goes, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they got they honestly could have taken and swept that doubleheader, which would have made waves because you know their first game against Giles County, controversial win when you've got 2 on, nobody out, the bottom of the 7th, and the guy at the plate has a 2-1 count. Lightning strikes, and that's the game. It's part of it.
It
kind
is
of goes
part of
with
it.
it. You
Don't like
hate
it.
You don't like it, but the umpires are unfortunately in a bad spot right there.
They are,
and
but they still got to take care of business.
They got to take care of business, and you know what? They don't want to be there all night either, and we can't blame them about that. But then that first game against Murfreesboro Central, lost 15-0, came back, was down early, came back and tied it, lost eventually after that, and then the comeback. And you know, it started honestly with that win against Rogers on Friday, turned it into that win against Tullahoma on Monday in Game 1, and you know, they got supposed to have Brooks tomorrow, and then they got Richland on Saturday. But I think they've kind of, you know, they're still young, they're still figuring things out. There's still, you know, there's a lot of things going on, but man, if they can figure this out, I think they're going to be something special.
I think you're right.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and softball wise, all 3 of our teams are rolling, guys. I mean, you can't really point out anything about any of them because they're hitting the ball, pitching well, defense has been great, and they're
doing what you're supposed to do.
I mean, they're making my life easy as far as highlights go. I don't have to go far with them.
Yeah, you
Absolutely,
and you're done.
Yeah. So I mean, it just shows, you know, like I said earlier, it just shows the talent we had in Lawrence County, but also just overall the time and dedication that these players and these girls and boys they put into their programs and how much it means to them. So that's what I really appreciate from our student athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had some news, especially for you, man. How was it watching? I know we were watching night 1 of WrestleMania, but you were keeping up with Alabama. I mean, you didn't see them going that far, but they made it that far.
They made it that far, you know. And hey, I don't have a lot to say, but wow.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, you know, I told y'all we shoot 65, 70%. We got a chance.
Yeah.
And dadgum, we shot like 60-something% in the first half.
Yeah.
You know, now listen, are we going to be able to build off this? I think so.
Oh, yeah. Your coach is coming back. He said he's coming back.
Nate says he's coming back. You know, we'll see. Great guy. Got a pretty good story I've read into a little bit. Yeah. I'm kind of excited to see where we're going. You know, we're going to lose some players, of course. But I think we got some guys that come off the bench. And, of course, you know, Nate's really getting his feet wet in this recruiting game and how things like that's going to play out. But I'm kind of excited to see where Alabama basketball goes. Of course, getting ready for football now. So college basketball's over, so I'm ready for football.
Isn't there spring game for Saturday?
Yeah, it is Saturday.
Did you see where Ohio State is going to be on main Fox?
Their spring game?
Yeah, their spring game is on Fox. Not FS1.
Listen, when you cheat like they do, and you get every player in the country, you're supposed to be able to get that.
Yeah.
I said it right there.
And
Ohio
still can't
State
win a national
fans
championship.
can't win. Hey, listen.
This guy has every sports conspiracy theory coming out.
I'm telling you, Ryan Day's a cheater.
By the way, one of our favorite WrestleMania sign was like 1,150 days since Ohio State beat Michigan.
There you go, Buckeye fans.
Which I love you saying that. Growing up in West Virginia and having to deal with that crap up north all the time. Oh my God.
That's one time where we're sitting right here, we can say, go blue.
Yeah. We don't even care if they cheat. Cheat against Ohio State.
Don't care.
Just smack them around, embarrass them.
We'll always go, when it comes to Ohio State, Michigan, we're always going blue.
I hope Sharon Moore goes 10-1 against those guys in the 11 years if he even stays that long.
I'd love to see Penn State beat them too. That would make mine.
James Franklin can't beat them, but it's a good thing.
He's too Vandy-ized.
Yeah, he's too Vandy. They brainwashed him.
Also, some news, Lady Vols wise, they got a new head coach. Went outside that. I can't believe this stat. That's only their 4th head coach in their history.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. Look how long Pat was there.
I know that I could have swore that there might have been one or two before Pat. Then I looked into it, I was like, no, Pat's it.
No.
That was it until Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, and that is, I was telling my buddy about this, Tennessee fan, and I know Hayden is like, that's an elite job. We talk about Tennessee being a powerhouse in football. I get it. But Lady Vols basketball, and I think about it for just down here in our area, not just all over Middle Tennessee, but like right now, like right here, that's a huge job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I knew if Holly didn't win, it's kind of like the whole football saying it don't matter. When you're in that program, you don't only get just a certain amount of time.
Right.
I feel like she got longer than what a lot of coaches.
She did.
She got 5 seasons, right?
Yeah. And the next one got 5 seasons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a big job for her. I think she can handle it.
Yeah.
Her track record shows she's a winner. I know you know a lot more about her than we just know what we've heard from you. But I don't like it as an Alabama fan. But hey, for Tennessee fans, I mean, they should really like that hire.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I mean, I do too. Like, then again, I didn't know much about the numbers. And we've talked in our group chats. Everything I looked at her stats, and her as a team that she's coached, their points per game has been outstanding with Marshall and just every team she's been a part of. And I mean, I'm really excited. Like I said, I was unsure, looked into a little bit more, and we'll have to see. First season, we got some new players coming in, but also like you said, it's a program there's big time shoes to fill. So I'm excited to see what this first year looks like.
Yeah. And here's the thing I think about, especially on the ladies' side of college basketball now, because it's now relevant. We used to not really talk about it a whole lot.
Yeah.
She's got to recruit against Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
SEC.
Mulkey.
And Mulkey.
And Mulkey, yeah.
I'm not a fan of LSU, but, man, she's drawing the players. But what they're doing in South Carolina, guys.
I don't know how you beat that.
When you lose your 5 starters and your 6-man, and then you run it back undefeated and win a title, that's –
with freshmen.
She's 109-3.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
In the past few years, she's 109.
109-3.
3 titles to her name.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well,
it's hard to beat.
It's wild to say that I've seen more Kim Caldwell games from her. I've covered her in high school, and I've seen more Kim Caldwell played in, coached games than probably everyone in the state of Tennessee combined. I can guarantee you that I've seen that because her Glenville State teams played all the teams I covered in most of the markets I worked in, and it's crazy. She had so much success at Glenville State, and Glenville State has had a lot of success in women's basketball throughout the years. They've always been the NCAA tournament. They've always been a threat to win their conference, but no one took it to the level that Kim Caldwell took it. Yeah, they made a couple Elite Eights, but she got them in 3 national title games, won a national championship.
She won one of the 3.
And to put it in perspective for us here in Tennessee, Glenville State is like putting a college in Collinwood.
Sure.
I mean, literally, they have 1 gas station, 1 small supermarket, and a McDonald's. And there's not much around Glenville State. And no disrespect to the people in Collinwood, I'm just putting it into perspective.
Yeah.
It's this school that's kind of in the middle of not much. And she got girls there for 7 years that could play. They won a lot of games,
awesome.
Always in the tournament. And, she averaged, I think throughout her career, she's averaging just a hair over 90 points per game. Dude, guys, they average forced turnovers 25 a game. Wow. So you're going to see a drastically different style of basketball. And I've seen it firsthand. Now, what she did at Marshall wasn't completely what she did at Glenville State. She was 5 in, 5 out. Every 45, literally, it was a hockey line change, 5 in, 5 out. And I think this stat is right. They haven't had a shot clock violation in 5 years.
Holy crap. Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
wow.
They waste no time shooting the ball. They'll shoot 33s a game. I think they were first in the country in threes attempted, second in the country in threes hit a game, and they were second in the country in forced turnovers with 24 a game. So you're going to see
Go Lady Vols.
a drastically different style. But and I'll put it, I know she's only been at the D1 level, but like you mentioned, how popular Lady Vol basketball is and how it's one of the programs. I vividly remember I was in my second year covering sports, and the Lady Vols played WVU in Charleston the day before Thanksgiving. Pat was there, Candace Parker. They had a Charleston native that was their point guard, and I've interviewed her so many times and I can never remember her name, but she was great there. Went to the I'm sure I'll remember it in the commercial break, but I'm not kidding you. Charleston, 12,500 seat arena. Charleston, which is a WVU hotbed, was mainly orange.
Sold out.
Sold out, mainly orange. And it wasn't people coming from Knoxville. It wasn't people coming from Bristol. It was West Virginia people who grew up watching this wearing their orange. That was a Lady Vol crowd in Charleston, West Virginia. So we back home loved the Lady Vols. Didn't like UConn that much, mainly because they were in the Big East and hated Gino. But we loved Pat. So it makes a lot of sense that.
Pat was such a likable person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great coach, likable person.
Yeah.
Got along with everybody.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what Kim does, and will definitely be. This is going to be a lot of shock and awe. Like we thought. It's kind of like when Vols fans happened when Heupel took over, and you're seeing a different offense. Yeah. You're going to get that on the women's side. It's drastically different.
I'm excited. Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Well, coming up next, we got a couple members here. The Summertown baseball team. We'll have them on set. Coming up next year on X Sports Live.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Have a seat here, guys. So you can flip it like right kind of where I have it too. Same it. So
got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender, major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma. Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender, major or minor?
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real and Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live, joined by a couple guys here from the Summertown baseball team. Got Matthew Luffman and Zach Stacks. Recognize these guys here from before, certainly on your highlights. And they've been on X Sports Live before, and Zach made Matt know for sure that Matt doesn't take all of his shine here on the interview. But guys, let's Man, 9-game win streak, playing pretty good. What's really been clicking for you guys?
Yes, sir. Well, at the first of the season, we didn't really swing the bat hot, but now we're being more aggressive in the box, and it's worked out a lot for us.
Yeah, I mean, rough start, but I think as it got we got to losing, and we kind of got, had that anger behind all the losses, and decided we was just going to hit the ball. We started putting the ball in play and started finding holes, and now we are where we are.
What wasn't working, I guess I should say, during that when you guys started off 2-10? What things just wasn't clicking for you guys?
Well, I think we weren't really having team at bats. I mean, there were a couple times I was going up there swinging for the fences. I mean, I'm not going to lie. But I think we all kind of started realizing, if we all kind of have team ABs and really put the ball in play, good stuff happens. So,
Zach?
Well, at first, our basketball guys came back from playing, and we didn't really have that team chemistry at first. And then as the time went on, we started practicing more, and we just finally clicked. Team started being a team at once.
And one of the things I've noticed, and you guys have already said it, your bats. I mean, wow. It seems like you guys are barreling up a lot. Balls are leaving the yard. You're getting a lot of extra base hits. You're running the base as well. Has offense kind of been what's really sparked this win streak?
Yes, sir. It actually most definitely has. I mean, Coach, once Case and Blackwood or Aiden Perez or Cecil, they get on, it's almost automatic still sign at all point. Then we'll run a hit and run every now and then. I mean, it's definitely helped us a lot.
Yeah, I mean, all those extra base hits that we've been getting, Coach told us, he goes, once y'all start hitting doubles, the wins will start rolling in. And sure enough, we started hitting doubles, and here they come.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're probably leading the area as a team in extra base hits. And like I said, every time I go through those highlights, I'm like, there's a double off the wall. There's another double off the wall. I mean, poor Timmy up there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I mean, he barely can write to begin with. I don't know if he can keep up with all of that. But your pitching has been pretty good as well. I mean, obviously Grayson 17 Ks the other night, but Keegan McCaffrey's done a good job. Ryder's come in and done a good job. Jackson's done a good job. Just kind of discuss and talk about how your pitching has really stepped up here during this win streak.
Well, being a catcher, I loved catching that Lewis County game. Grayson coming in there, probably the hardest he's thrown all year, but he wouldn't miss his spots. Yeah. And which Coach, he likes to attack at first, and that's what our pitching has just been phenomenal right now.
Yeah, Keegan and Grayson at the Lewis County game, they threw excellent game. I mean, you can't ask for much better pitching than that. And then Ryder came in. Ryder's had a lot of innings thrown since we got back from the beach, and he's been throwing the ball really well. He just gives that other speed. We got Grayson. It's another whole nother ball game with him.
What was it like playing in a 1-0 game? I think I went back mentally. I'm like, I know I've played in a couple 2-0, 3-0s, but I don't think I've ever played in a 1-0 game before. What was that experience like?
I was very nerve-wracking because you're like, it was 0-0 going into that 10th inning. It was like, who's going to throw that first punch? Who's going to land that first jab? And we did. And I mean, I was thrilled. But they was like, "Oh, we made it. It's already the 8th inning." I was like, "Already?" I was thinking it was maybe 5th inning, and I was like, "This game took a long time."
Yeah. Lewis County and us, we'd get runners at second, first, and whatever. It's just when Grayson had a runner at second. I mean, he'd throw it right by him, and he worked himself out of that jam. It was definitely a pitcher's game up until McDonald gave up some walks, and then we scored off of him. So it's definitely nerve-wracking.
Zach, you had a good doubleheader a couple weeks ago. You hit 3 bombs in that game, man. How locked in were you against Mount Pleasant?
Very locked in. First 2 district games was definitely locked in. It felt really good to hit those 3 bombs. Yeah. Felt really good.
especially at Mount Pleasant. That ball jumps out of that place. I've seen a few long drives go there. And a couple of weeks ago, you guys had you swept Lawrence County. You got a couple wins against your rivals, and that Saturday game. We were talking during the commercial break how crazy that was. From my perspective, calling it, what was it like for you guys to play in a 19-11 game with all the shifts of momentum back and forth like that?
It was crazy. Like before that game, I was talking to some of the guys on the team, and they told me, like, we all kind of thought it was going to be a high-scoring game. Like, it was going to be a punch for punch, and it's what happened. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. Definitely emotions were up, barking back and forth. It was a crazy game. Loved it.
Wind was blowing out really hard that game. Really, but Canes and Graysons didn't need much of the wind to get out in that game. Same with Alex's and Isaiah's home runs as well. But you're in district play. You already got that one. You've got 2 against Mount Pleasant. Got the 1 against Lewis County. Is this the ideal? Obviously 3-0 is what you want. Is it kind of what you guys were thinking you could do heading into district play?
Yes. Going into this year, I knew we would have a good team and we'd be able to go in the district, because past 2 years we hadn't had very good tournament runs. But going into this year, we all came in thinking, hey, we're going to be good this year, and it's just rolled over.
We definitely was working hard, and we all wanted, as Matthew said, did not have great success in these last couple years since since Grant and all them left. And we all wanted to beat, especially we want to go down there to Loretto, and we want to put a whooping on them. Hopefully we can.
Something tells me they might be clipping that one, guys. but when you guys mentioned it there, and I was going to bring it up as well, the last couple of years have been a struggle. Up and down roller coaster seasons. You never really knew what we were going to get out of you guys. How motivating was that, and what kind of lessons did you guys learn coming into this year? You kind of want to right some of those wrongs.
Well, for me, we were both on the 2021 team that we made it to the Final Four in state, and that was a fun year going that far. And then we had these past couple years that's been rough, and it's it angered me, and so it made me work and really try to be better to make the team be better, and just go out and play as hard as you can, 110% all the time.
And as Matt said, like, that team was been our best team in a long time, that 21 team, in which Coach, he knew that we lost a lot of guys then. We was going to be young, so our schedules have been tough lately. Yeah. And it's definitely paid off, especially this year. Going down to the beach, playing the 6A teams coming out there. It's definitely helped us a lot this year.
What was it like playing in Vandy? You guys got to go in the big SEC minor league-ish ballpark like that.
It was definitely a memory that will stay for me a while. Get to shake Tim Corbin's hand, talk to him for a little bit, talk to some of the Vandy guys. It was a great experience.
Once in a lifetime. Who gets to say they played a high school game on Vandy, on the Vandy field? And Vandy was, being such a high baseball program, it was well deserved.
Was it been intimidating to go out there? And it's good. It doesn't look like some of the parks you guys play in. Was it like, whoa, this is different?
That big wall on the left was very, very scary, and the deep gaps and whatever is very, very different.
Yeah, I told the guys, I was like, anything in the gaps that rolls the wall, we got a double cut. I said, you look back and it's like, I think 400 to the wall. I was like, compared to our 360, it's deep.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a little bit different, but and also playing on turf. Yes. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have any bad hops, and also someone hits a line drive, the ball takes off on that turf as well. But you guys got another game against Lewis County, maybe Thursday or Friday, who knows? Everything's kind of getting jumbled up here, but how important is it to get the 4-0 and head into that Loretto series on Monday and Tuesday with you two as the top 2 teams in the district?
It's important going in as 4-0, because then you have the edge, where you could win district because we want to host district. It's been at Loretto past 3 years, and we're about ready for it to come back to Summertown. Get home field advantage, and so.
I agree with Matthew on that one. Just going down there to Loretto is a different aspect, and like as Matthew said, we want to host and have more of our fans there to help us maybe get that edge to win.
And senior year, guys. Has it flown by? Is it kind of like, man, you're talking about being in the state tournament and as freshmen, just how quickly has this gone by for you guys?
It has flown by. I was looking at the schedule right before I came up here, and I was like, we're already more than halfway through. I was like, this is the final half of my baseball career. So I don't plan on going to college, but it's just, makes you want to go further in the tournament. It gives you that, gives you another edge to fight for.
Definitely our senior year, definitely had a lot of memories. Us going down to the beach for the first year in a while and playing at Vandy. It's definitely been a year to remember.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks for coming here on X Sports Live. Hopefully we gave you another memory here for your senior year. Thank you guys for coming by, and good luck Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever you'll play your next game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, coming up, me and the guys discuss some of the issues going on in the world of sports. That's next here on X Sports Live.
Do you ever worry about having too much in the garage? What about where you're going to put the mower or your ATV? Or better yet, your mother-in-law? Look no further than Quality Storage Buildings located right next door to Flat Rock Cheese and More on the Minor Hill Highway in Pulaski, Tennessee. There you'll find the answer to your need in a compact or spacious metal building. Built by hand right at Flat Rock by some of the finest craftsmen around, there's a perfect building for everyone, including economy, utility, cabin, lofted or garage models, and even an animal shelter line. Buy or rent to own, see the different models at Flat Rock or on North Main Street in Ardmore and on Highway 43 South in Dunn. Call today 931-363-3603 or 931-201-2205.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Make your property rock and roll with services from GNS Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Here at Heritage Automotive, experience the difference with our great sales department, service department, and parts department. Now offering up to $10,000 off on all Chevy and GMC Model 1500s.
And we have over 30 lenders with some of the best rates in the market.
Hi, it's Tad with Heritage Automotive. We want you to know when it comes to your vehicle, you deserve help, not hassle. With our 30 plus years of experience of being your local dealership, we're here to serve you. So whether it's routine maintenance, mechanical repairs, collision repairs, we're here to help. So give us a call today to schedule your service.
Heritage Automotive. Expect more, experience the difference.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Can't be afraid to be like, shut up.
Oh, I love having the big guy back in the
so
house.
funny,
It's so much fun. But we talk about some of the topics going on in the world of sports, and we're kind of talking about it off air here a little bit. But kind of a controversy in baseball right now with the arms. Spencer Strider from the Braves. Who was the other big name? And I'm blanking on who it was.
I can see the face. I
can see the face. I'd have to go back in and look it up.
We've had a lot of guys, a lot of pitchers talking about the issue. Some are blaming the pitch clock. Others are saying it's mechanics. And kind of this need to want to throw hard.
Well, that's where I was going. And listen, I'm fixing to get on a soapbox real quick. Or it could be because
do it.
It could be because you started pitching when you were 9 years old.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And you've been somewhere. I'm beginning to learn more and more about this travel ball stuff and pitching.
Yeah.
Like Mason has went to Live Arm here at Bobby Brewer, and they can throw 66 pitches in a week.
Right. Is there a limit on what they can throw? Is there you can't throw curveballs?
Oh no, man! It's just straight. I mean,
okay.
They're doing good to even get it up there. It's too young.
Right.
And the more I hear, and I know I'm probably going to get some text messages, and that's fine. I don't know what the pitch count is in travel ball, but you got kids who are going to throw, one game up here in Lawrenceburg, possibly on a Friday, and then they're going to pitch, however many batters on Saturday. Yeah. And then if they do good, then they're going to pitch. They may have to pitch on Sunday. Right. Because, like I said, I don't know the rule in pitch count on travel ball. There may not be one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either.
I'm not. I think different tournaments do things differently.
Yeah, everybody has their own rule.
But you're right. It's there, and this is the point I've heard a lot of people bring up today. They're throwing so many pitches at a young age, and it's all of this emphasis on you have to throw hard.
Yeah, because here's the thing. What I'd look at is I'll just use Mason.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to pitch right now, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna learn a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Don't overdo it.
Because he could probably barely get it there in the strike zone.
Exactly. So, but you got these kids who are 9 and 10 years old who are going to pitching lessons. So they're throwing an astronomical amount off a mound.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then coach, trainer, dad, somebody's like, well, the more you long toss, the harder you're going to throw. It's going to build your arm strength up.
Right.
So now on Monday, you've went through, let's just say 100 pitches at a pitching camp or practice or whatever. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday, you and your dad are out long tossing for a 9 or 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, then somewhere in that week, you got a game you had to pitch, possibly. And then if you play travel ball, then you're going to pitch on the weekend too.
Yeah.
Well, it's no different than these kids that are starting to get hurt with their knees in AAU basketball.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want to sit up here and be the Debbie Downer and say our kids shouldn't be playing travel ball or anything. No, I think it's great. That's how a lot of kids get noticed, how a lot of kids go to college and all that. But, like, there's got to be some kind of happy medium.
Right.
You know, I don't, you know, we talked about it about softball pitchers.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a pitch count. They can throw 3,000
Yeah.
pitches if they want to on a weekend. Yep. Well, it's kind of dumb, but you know, like there's got to be some kind of happy medium, and I think we're just starting to see the effects of young kids starting to have Tommy John.
Right. Right. And that there's been an
High school kids are having Tommy John across the board. When's it going to start going down into middle school?
Like what you mentioned, these kids come up early. They're damaging their arms now. When they get older and they get stronger, well, that doesn't fuse back the way that you need, or doesn't fuse back, or that doesn't fuse back, and it's compensating for that. So yeah, they're going to throw hard, but think of just the constant damage that they're doing to it. But yeah, we've got high school kids, middle school kids, really young kids getting Tommy John surgery. You're in that unique position where your kid's going through it right now. You know, my kid's 2 years old. I'm lucky that he hits one off the tee and doesn't hit me in the process.
Right.
You know, which is, that keeps me on my toes right now, and doesn't, do the LA Knight boom. Yeah.
Got it.
Which is what he was doing all day today. But I've seen it with doctors will tell you, and this is stuff that I'm hearing behind the scenes as a sports journalist that's still hearing it from people, that doctors are saying these guys are getting to the NBA and they've got knees like 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
These guys are in their late teens, early 20s, and they've got 20-year-old knees. I can't imagine what kind of elbows some of these guys get, when they finally get to the pros. And it's crazy, and I've heard a couple guys say this, is like they get Tommy John and get better because they've had all this damage for all of this years, and it's almost like they purposely throw their arm out just so they can get Tommy John.
Yeah, because they want, instead of throwing 98 or 99, they want to throw 102.
Right. Yeah.
And listen, I pitched. You played it. You've seen it. Like you're putting so. I mean, we can talk about golf real quick.
Right.
Like Tiger putting so much torque on his back.
Right. Yeah.
His pitchers are putting so much torque.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Strider's not a big guy. I mean, he's kind of jacked.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not Randy Johnson. He's not 6'6".
Yeah.
So he's not. He's coming off that hill flat.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Johnson's coming from way up here.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. Strider shouldn't be throwing 100.
No.
Not consistently.
Right.
Yeah.
I've only said, and he ended up having Tommy John surgery. I've only give one pass, and that's Justin Verlander.
Right.
Because he throws harder at the end of the game than he did at the start of the game.
And that's a point I was wanting to bring up. These guys, the way strategy is now in baseball, you see, it's rare when you see a starter, and especially now this point of the season, you see a starter go past 7 innings.
Yeah,
they take them out like the 5th and 6th.
Yes.
Ryan Weathers had a good start the other night against Cardinals. I think he's starting tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but he had a good start.
Had one against Pittsburgh.
And he went 5 innings. I'm looking at his pitch count. I'm like, he could have gone a couple more. But that's like, everyone's going, you got 5 innings, so as hard as you can for all of this. Whereas, you're talking about Verlander. Like, no one paces each other. Verlander can throw 100, but he starts off the game throwing 91, 92.
And he does that for 5 or 6 innings.
Yeah, and then
he's...
Yeah, one of the most impressive things I ever saw in person was, if you all remember, Jeff Samardzija.
I heard the name.
I've watched him pitch 2 complete game shutouts for the Cubs, one in Cincinnati, one in Pittsburgh, and he would start off throwing 92, 93. By the 9th inning, this dude was hitting 97, 98 effortlessly.
And that's impressive for a pitcher.
Yeah.
And I always say Nolan Ryan was just like a machine out there.
Yeah.
because he could throw 100
Yeah.
all night long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he starts off in the first inning throwing 91, 92.
Yeah, but it's just I just think these kids, and we call them kids because we're talking about high school and even younger. The miles they're putting on their elbows is the same miles they're putting on their knees. These basketball players,
right?
And
they'll start feeling it several years down the road.
you know, and I know people are like, "Oh, they're supposed to play; they got to keep playing." Oh, I get it, but like, do we have to play that much? Why not? You can practice, you can train,
right?
But what happened to going to like do a showcase?
Yeah.
You know, I would rather see a kid show up at a baseball field, say 36 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody know anybody.
Right.
And you sign up on a piece of paper, I play third base and I pitch.
Yeah.
Or I play third base and center field.
Yeah.
And they just pick a team. Well, here you go.
Yeah.
To me, you know, and you hear people, they do have those.
Right.
But you don't have to travel all over the country and play 15 games in 2 weeks to be seen.
Or how about this? I know it's a strange concept nowadays. How about you just do that for your local high schools?
Why not?
I mean,
why not?
I call it bright light syndrome because we're starting to see this a lot. Like, yeah, it's great. It's great to show off when you're playing against great competition. When you're in a building with 10 courts, maybe 50 people are watching. Maybe there's a couple coaches, but it's an up and down game. I've seen a lot of these games. I talked to a lot of people. We all know there's not a lot of strategy in those games. It's something to do that. It's run and gun, but it's another thing to go over to the Ralph or go to the new gym at Loretto, go over to the Nest in Summertown, where you got 2 communities watching you. It's not a giant building with 10 courts. All these games going on.
One court.
And one court. All the lights are on you, and it's amazing. Oh, yeah, that kid will show off in an AAU tournament, but you bring him out here, and he's shooting 4 for 15.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know, and here's the thing: you said the word. I thought this may be where you was going. You said competition.
Yeah.
But I had this conversation with a great friend of mine, and he's probably watching, and he's going to call me tomorrow and get me down the road. But like, his daughter is on a very, very, very good AAU basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat some teams like 60-5.
Yeah.
What are you getting out of that?
Having fun playing basketball.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and here's the thing, like, and I feel like if we're going to travel, if we're going to play travel baseball or travel softball or basketball, even at 9 and 10-year-old, well, let's don't just play local. And I don't want to take anything away, but if you're really, really good, get out there on the scene and let's see where we're at.
See what you're made of.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't see it as much in baseball as I do basketball. And props to my buddy's team.
Yeah.
They're 6th grade and they've been playing up in 8th grade tournaments.
Okay.
Now the margin of points have changed because they're smaller.
Yeah.
You know, but they've lost some to some 8th grade teams, but they've also beat some. But you don't see it much in baseball.
No, you don't. No.
You know, you got a 9 and I know they just go by single years for the most part, like 9-year, 10-year, whatever. But like, play up.
Yeah. 12-year-old, 14-year-old arms are different.
Yeah, you know, if you're going around and you're winning every weekend, and then it kind of turns into a little ring thing for your kid. I get it, man.
Yeah.
You know, been there with Mason, but like, if we're going to do it, you know, if we're going to spend the money and we're going to do it through all this training, well, let's go out there and try to get us some.
Yeah. Let's go play some good teams and see where we really are, which makes us better. Taking a look at the standings, guys. The Yankees leading the East 10-2. And AL Central's kind of jumbled up there a bit. So same with the West. Braves 7-3 start. Yeah, I think that's kind of where people thought.
Yeah, we thought. Man,
they were going to be.
Not surprised. I think they play the Mets right now. I think they're playing right now. Actually.
Yeah, that's a sweep. 10-5. Dodgers are 10-5. The Pirates kind of sitting at 9-3 right now. Even though we all know the history of the Pirates, man, they're going to start off good, but they got a lot of young talent. But eventually they'll probably.
We got you, Brazier.
Yeah. We Clint unfortunately won't be able to join us, but hey, he's got to take care of his family, and we hope the best going on there. Let's kind of switch things over to basketball, and the big headline is Bronny declared for the draft. Dusty,
we're gonna have another LeBum in the game. Gosh. You know, listen.
Looking the phone out.
I got to. My phone was dead. My iPad was dead.
Yeah, he sent this to our group text the other day.
This cat. Now he played at USC. That's
Power 5.
That's Power 5.
Yeah.
Now,
Evan Mobley, former.
they're not real good in their conference.
Yeah.
But hey, they got Bronny James.
Yeah.
They got
guys. And listen, I understand he's coming off these health issues, and I'm not trying to be ugly.
Yeah.
But
right.
Transfer portal is one thing. Go to a different team, maybe where you fit in a little different. I'm cool with that. But declaring for the NBA draft, this cat's got 4.8 points a game. Listen, I said it off air, and I'm going to say it right now. And if anybody wants to text, call, argue, we can. Mike McClung can't even get in the league.
Yeah.
He can't hold Bronny's jock strap. I mean, Bronny can't hold his jock. No. LeBron is going to ruin his son just so he can play with him in the NBA. Well, what's it means? LeBron going to go down to G League and play in the G League if he can't make it?
Oh, dude, it's like we
Come
said.
on, Hayden. Quit being a lover of LeBron.
I'm not being no LeBron lover. I'm just letting you go.
I mean, seriously, guys.
I agree with you, man.
I mean, he's really just doing this for himself.
Yeah, I've never seen a superstar, but the one instance I can. Clint said he averaged 4 points more than what I did. I think Clint Brazier in his prime could take Bronny.
I think he could.
From what I've heard, Clint was a really good player.
Hey,
you saw him.
I witnessed a lot of it. I think it'd be close, Brazier. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up.
You got height on Bronny because Bronny's not that big.
Oh, he's not tall. He may outrun you. He's faster than you play hard.
Half court though, I think.
We'll play half court.
Yeah,
Make you take it.
Clint hangs out in the paint. I think he can take him.
Yeah.
Easy treatment.
USC went 15-18 overall, 8-12 in the Pac-12, in a league that got 4 teams in.
Yes.
Yeah, got 4 teams in. But it's the biggest. It would be the biggest form of nepotism we've ever seen. And we've talked about, like Steph Curry's brother getting in, which, what, he had like one good year.
One good year there.
He had a really great year in
Dallas during the bubble.
Yeah.
During the bubble.
Doc Rivers' son, Austin, let's be real. He wasn't a great player. You can even go to like Mike Dunleavy. His son played at Duke. His son was okay, and he's certainly moved his
I
way
think
up
about the
through
ball
ranks.
guys.
Yeah.
Bronny's not that good.
No.
LaMelo
could cook him.
I would say even LiAngelo's not in the league, and
and he's better than Bronny.
I would take LiAngelo better.
Yeah. The best form of nepotism we ever saw, and it actually worked, was but he wasn't even pawning off for this. It was when King Griffey Sr., King Griffey Jr. played. But King Griffey Jr. is one of the greatest players of all time. King Griffey.
He was that good in high school.
Yeah, and King Griffey Sr. wasn't exactly like, all right, I'll stick around if if Junior can come up.
He just had a few years left in the tank, anyways.
Yeah, right.
No, Bronny James is not. Listen, I'm gonna go and say it. He Skip Bayless. If we're lucky enough to have Skip Bayless watching our show, you're a moron. Like,
did you see what Clint just posted on the group chat?
Clint said you and him would destroy Bronny and LeBron.
Hey, I promise you, they would get fouled.
A lot?
Oh, a lot.
But what if you guys start flopping? Like, start getting fouls on them and beat them at the line. I've already got your strategy.
I'm in. I can flop like LeBron.
Because the refs are over LeBron and LeBron
Guys,
at this point.
that's a joke.
Like I told you before the show started.
Yeah.
When I watched the highlights between Golden State and the Lakers last night, dude, it wasn't like they were letting things go just because the play of style, but just the officials are over it with players now.
But you're right, but you're wrong. And here's why.
Okay.
I'm going on my conspiracy theories run right now.
Here we go.
It's no different than the girls' game against UConn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody in America can say it was a moving screen.
Yeah.
It absolutely was.
Textbook, yes. But
they hadn't called it all night.
And they hadn't called it the whole tournament. Or if you go, how many times have you seen that screen at UT Southern games?
Oh,
we see that
30
screen every
times
night in the NBA.
or every night in high school basketball.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're not going to call it. They're not.
So I'm as a sports fan. Now this as a sports fan, I'm sick and tired of these superstars just getting a call just because of and I'm tired of their fans saying, "Well, that's LeBron, he gets that call," or "That's Caitlin Clark, she's going to get that call." Bull crap.
Right.
Call the game right. Eddie, he should foul out just like Joker. He should, every time he goes down low, he has to push off to get separation.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
That is a charge.
We saw it against Tennessee multiple times during that.
Yes.
And he sits in the paint, too. That's a different
He does sit in the
subject,
paint. That's for a whole nother talk. But the other night in a championship game, they're getting their tails kicked, and I know he had 37. He gets the ball, and the first thing he does, drops his shoulder and go.
Yeah,
that's a foul.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And I still don't understand how
did
he had one, maybe two fouls throughout the whole game. I think I'm not exactly sure, but
I'm tired of hearing. Well, he gets that call because he's big. Well, bull.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, it don't matter if you're 4 foot tall or 7'11".
It's the same call.
It's the same call. He is using his arm to push off. You're not supposed to get separation by pushing off. Right. You get separation by being a good ball handler.
Yeah.
And using your feet like you're supposed to as a big guy.
Right.
Yep.
You don't get. I mean, anybody can get. I can knock you backwards and get separation.
Yeah.
I'm 4 inches taller than you. You can knock me back. You see what I'm saying? Like that's not basketball.
You're definitely knocking me back. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, play the game.
Right.
Man, we're getting hammered.
Yeah. What a great.
Me and Dusty don't flop.
If you want to win that game, you do, Clint.
Yeah.
I think we got them, Brazier.
We'll get some of those women's college basketball rips. You definitely get that call. Speaking of, man, that was a good game between South Carolina and Iowa. That was good. But like you all talked about, South Carolina,
they're just different.
And UConn's different, man. And especially the way that Hurley. I'm not the biggest Dan Hurley fan because I kind of think I saw some talk where he was like, we recruit parents, and there's a certain way we want our parents and our fans to act in the stands, and then you watch the way that he acts on the sidelines. I'm like, dude, that guy, that's got to go both ways.
He does act a fool, but I'm going to say, guys,
he's built a heck of a program.
We just might have seen the greatest college men's basketball team ever.
Yeah, and they didn't. This isn't a transfer portal team.
Yeah,
this is a group
his team.
This is his team. The way he's built it with the right guys. And
lost several guys last year to the draft.
And they just dominated.
It's not even close, guys.
No.
They're plus 140.
Yeah.
The past two seasons, I saw a post that the past 2 seasons in the tournament, the closest game they had was, I think, 14 points.
Yeah.
The team.
When we're talking about, and we're not just talking about Division I Power 5, we're talking about the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm.
64 of the best.
The best 64 teams in the nation.
In the nation.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Right.
Doesn't matter. And they're winning games by an average of 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And haven't had one less than 14. We're saying their average is higher than that probably.
Yeah, they're beating teams by double digits. They beat Illinois by what was it, 28, something like that.
They went on like a 30-0 run.
30-0 run
in the second, and a lot of other than like Stetson. I think the first 2 round games with that Illinois game, the Elite Eight game, and then the game against Bama, they were close at halftime, and the Purdue game was close at halftime. Dude, they come out in the second half. Whatever adjustments they made,
it was go time.
Or they just might be in better condition than the other teams. And
I think that's right too, because
took off.
They do. They run and gun, but they also get their sets.
Mm-hmm.
They get their sets in, and hey, props to them, man. They got something going on, like them or not.
It's impressive, and we're kind of in this new you remember we were in the one and done era. Now it's in the experience wins championships. I don't think one and done ever really worked outside of what LeBron and Carmelo, and that one Kentucky year.
Yeah, that one Kentucky with AD.
Yeah.
What was that, 12?
Yeah, but
12, 13.
But I think teams have made the shift that if we're going to win and we're going to be competitive, we need to bring in experience.
Look at that run Gonzaga had.
Yeah.
With Timmy. I mean, he's there 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah. He declared for the draft, didn't get drafted, came back, and even though they didn't win a national championship, they made it to the national championship. So.
I just wish the portal wasn't what it is. Where they're going against. Someone made a graphic. I should have sent it to you guys. It was in the Elite Eight of all the teams, what the original school for the starting 5 of every team, and I couldn't pick out which team was which. Like, for real. I couldn't pick out which team was which. It was crazy.
You know, and well, I guess we can talk about it for another time. But you said the Kentucky team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But look at the players that dude's had. To one title.
To one title. Yeah.
And he done it with Street Clothes Davis.
Street Clothes Davis.
That's for you, Chuck, if you're watching.
Yeah. And
they had D-Book though. One of your man D-Book. They had him up in Kentucky too during that run. Yeah. I mean, he was a stud.
Listen, Devin Booker's a dog.
Yeah. How he went 13th in that draft, I still don't understand.
And now he still does a chip.
Yeah, he does.
Cal's going to Arkansas. Kentucky's going to have to get a new coach. Is Arkansas getting fool's gold here?
No. That man's going to recruit his hind end off,
right?
And they're going to get every number one player, and they're going to probably get half of Kentucky's team.
Yeah.
And they still ain't gonna win.
Exactly.
But he's gonna recruit. That's one thing about him. He's gonna get the players. I have no doubt.
Right.
They got all the money in the world backing them between Walmart, Tyson Food, and Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the ones who's paying his salary anyways.
Right.
So they got all the money. So yeah, I don't see any fall. I mean, the thing is not going to be a fall off. It's going to get better for Arkansas. They're going to get better for sure.
And they've had good teams under Musselman.
Yes, they have.
He's going to USC and whatever the case may be, but. I think Cal's a great recruiter. He knows how to get players clearly. I just don't think he's a good coach.
Maybe Bronny will go there. That's what he needs.
Oh gosh.
Bronny and Calipari.
Oh my gosh. That's like Caitlin Clark on steroids. Calipari and Bronny. LeBron at every game in Fayetteville.
I wouldn't want to think about that.
Oh man. Well, coming up next, guys, it's time to talk about what we all came here to talk about. WrestleMania 40. It's coming up next on X Sports Live.
Hood Company Real Estate is highlighting the beautiful home located at 786 Hillview Drive in Lawrenceburg as this week's property of the week. This spacious 4-bedroom, 4-bath brick residence sits on a picture-perfect 3+ acre lot and features an attached, extra-large 2-car garage. This is a solid custom-built home with many updates, including a new HVAC system and tankless hot water heater, plus the price has recently been reduced. For more on this and many other homes, check out hoodcompanyhome.com or phone 931-762-5816.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. Phone number 931-843-9098 or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gaines Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through all of life's obstacles. Facing those challenges is easier together. That's why Jack Davis specializes in group insurance. Cover the most valuable aspect of your business, your employees, with coverage for life, accident, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize plans for every need. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987. Contact Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment. Not for profit, for service.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
All right, time for the real talk, guys. Let's go. WrestleMania 40, we watched it all together. Well, me and him watched it Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
he was on a date. You know. Yeah, he went. You know, he went all the way to Loretto. You know,
to call a game.
To call a game.
Invisible game.
Yeah, the game that, and all of a sudden, no, I can't make it. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Anyways,
you're lost.
So where do you guys, before we get in, the matches and whatnot, where do you guys kind of put this
Well, I told
WrestleMania?
you when we were leaving Brazier's Saturday night, it was a B- for me.
Yeah.
And then after Sunday, I'm gonna give that show an A+. So I guess it figures it out as just an A.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, night one was Becky Rhea was good.
Becky Rhea was good.
Gunther,
Sammy
was great.
Really
match of the night.
The Usos were so disappointing.
They were very disappointing.
It was a super kick party.
It was a super kick party, which I'm cool with it because they do give the two best super kicks.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was terrible.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't like the ending.
And then, of course, the build up with the tag team match. We'll talk about the ladder match. I thought that was good. We see some good spots.
Yeah, they did what I want them to do, which is it's got to be about getting the belts.
Yeah, it's not about.
And they were about.
They weren't working out the ring very much. Everybody was trying to do their stuff in the ring.
It seemed like constantly somebody was going for the belts,
Yes,
and there
and
wasn't
that's what you're supposed to do.
There wasn't the going up next, like to do the spot to do a 540. Frog splash, and you're literally your hands are literally hitting the belts on your way up and on the way down.
But I thought Saturday night was a good show.
Yeah,
I did.
It would have beat that show alone would have beat a lot of WrestleManias that we had growing up.
Sure, absolutely. Very few would have been above that one. And then going into Sunday, oh man,
dude, I can't really find the fault with any of those matches. I wish that Philadelphia street fight would have been longer.
Yeah, I agree.
There's some good spots in that, and I wasn't looking forward to that at all.
No, I wasn't.
That was the one match I was thinking, okay, it's probably going to be a quick one.
Done very good. Very good spots for the guys. Bailey's match was good.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It didn't start off great.
It started off slow, and then it picked up. We talked about that.
The last 5 to 7 minutes of that match was great.
Really good.
Really good. LA and AJ was good. They had some spots I didn't see coming.
They did. They done really well. LA Knight got him again on the top rope.
Yeah. I didn't think many people saw how there wasn't a whole lot of false finishes and I hit my finish, you kick out of it. It was
the BFT was the number one.
It might be the most dangerous move.
It may be. No one
ever kicks out of that.
That's what he just needed one, and he was out.
No one ever kicks out of that move.
The Kevin Owens, Randy, and Logan Paul match was good.
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't want to see Logan win, but they're going to set it up some way.
Hopefully, LA Knight takes it off of him.
I think that would be a good one for him to take because AJ's going to take a little break.
Yeah, right.
So that'd be good because I think Orton and Kevin Owens are going to tag.
Right.
Yeah, I think
they'll
that'd
go
be
after
good.
Austin Theory and Waller's.
That'd be so good.
If they're on SmackDown.
Well, they are the SmackDown champs.
They are SmackDown champions. They'll obviously stay there. We were talking before the show started. Draft's coming up too. New people, new faces going to different both sides of brands, SmackDown and Raw. So it's going to be interesting.
I think they're setting up that Kevin Owens. You know, we talked Orton's getting in age where he can still go, but he'd also like to have somebody to take that load off of him.
Right. Yeah.
And he does really good with tag teams, anyways.
Yeah.
And I think Kevin Owens does as well. Yeah. And then of course the big match.
Well, before we get to the big match, how about the opening match?
The first match.
Oh,
that might be the second best match of the entire card.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally opened it off, ding, 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 Claymore!
Yeah, I mean, that was probably that would be the second best match of both nights.
Yeah.
Sammy Gunther be 3.
Yeah. But, man, Seth and
Seth
Drew
Rollins
tore it down.
Yeah,
in
they
that
did
match.
multiple finishers.
High-paced, a lot of action, a lot
Both
of
of them
drama.
are workers.
Yeah.
They're very good sellers in the ring, but they work hard. They work good together.
Yeah, they do.
They got a chemistry in the ring. Seth, bless his heart, closed Saturday night in a heck of a match, and then had to turn around and open on Sunday.
And then he was part of the final match.
And then
Got
took a
beat up in the.
Yeah.
He got
I hadn't read a lot, but I mean, the video when Jay and Kevin are knelt down while Cody stood in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen that one today, and he said my knee.
Yeah.
Like you could tell, like I think he's hurt something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he went through what?
Yeah.
For two days.
Gave us a great show.
Man.
He even dyed his hair in between days just so he could look like Seth Rollins from the Shield.
Shield, yeah.
Which we won't get in that match yet, but the ending of the first match, like he hit how many claymores he hit him with? Like
He
7?
had at least 5, 6, 7.
He
something
took
like
a
that.
bunch.
He took a bunch, but Drew just rubbing it in CM Punk's face, and for some reason I did not think Damian Priest was going to come out.
I called that weeks ago.
And the moment Punk comes out, hits him with that thing, the music hits, and the place erupts. We erupted.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh! Finally, Senior Money in the Bank cashes in.
I think they had to because, then again, if he would have failed in that cash in, that's 2 years in a row somebody with the briefcase had a failed cash in. And last year, Theory cashed in on a mid-card United States Championship.
Yeah.
So I think it had to be done. I'm happy for Damian Priest. But
I think they had to do that to move. They're going to move. They got to move from the Judgment Day.
We got Money in the Bank in July too, so they'd have to.
And I think I still think we're gonna see them set up Dominic coming back to Ray, because I think Ray's of course on the back end.
We say he's 51 or something.
Actually, he's 49.
49. He's getting pretty close.
He's had some injuries and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think we'll see Dominic leave. But I feel like the whole Judgment Day will split.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get in the final match, guys. Did you see it kind of going the way it did, where that we had 20-25 minutes of uninterrupted action, and then all of a sudden it was.
I think we all agree. I think we'll all agree that is not how we thought, because we had done changed our minds at the house and said, well, they ain't gonna do nothing. They're just gonna let this.
They're just gonna let it out. We were all just kind of questioning what was the point.
Saturday night shouldn't even happen. Blah blah blah. My God, it went crazy for about 15 minutes.
The Uso spot was. That 2 minutes, or not even that, a minute we have was better than their entire match the night before.
I mean,
holy crap!
But I wasn't expecting Jimmy to start it. I was expecting Solo.
Yep. Right.
I mean, that's just what we always get.
Yeah.
So I props to Triple H for changing up a little bit.
And then Cena coming in after which because Solo took him out.
Took him out.
That made a lot of sense, and then The Rock comes out, and it's like, oh man, we got Rock and Cena in the ring in WrestleMania for what, the fourth time?
The fourth time.
Fourth time.
And Cena's bald spot, they just kept hammering on the camera.
He needs to go bald or something. Because
he needs to go stone cold.
It was so evident, and then all of a sudden, but like the Shield comes out, and I know me and you had the same reaction. Like,
there's no way.
Is Dean Ambrose going to come out? I know he hasn't been seen on AEW in a while, but is he really going to come out? Because, we were all looking around like,
where's he at?
Where's he at?
Where's he coming from?
And here just comes Seth out of nowhere just to have Roman.
Superman punch him.
And Roman kind of slipped getting in there, so it was a delay.
It was a delayed one.
Yeah. Superman punched him, and you didn't really see, and then, oh man, when that ding hit.
And then the gong hit.
We've got video
We got
evidence.
video proof of it. Listen, we didn't get our Stone Cold, or we didn't get our Brock Lesnar, but we got the Undertaker. I mean,
you can't go wrong with you can't go wrong.
And they have history. The Rock
have
and
history,
Undertaker have history.
but in the look, like we got the look of the Phenom right there, and of course the Rock's going to sell it all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that carried it, and then. Listen, I've seen the clips, and I'm sure y'all have seen them too, and I think you can hear me in the voice in the video that Clint sent us. I said it out loud. Roman's got to sell it.
Yeah.
And if y'all pay attention to that third crossroads, Cody started getting emotional.
Right.
Like he grabbed Roman's arm and
started shaking.
Yeah. And when Roman took the third one, have y'all seen the clip where he's smiling?
He's smiling.
Yeah.
He was happy for him.
Yeah.
And in the moment of Paul and Roman at the top of the ramp, that's
Samantha Irving choking up because
Uncle Cole was crying.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, and my wife's probably watching, and she's probably like, "Oh my God, they're talking wrestling again." She was there; she heard us all.
Yeah, she's like, "What's going on?" In there?
All the people who give us a hard time, like, "Oh my God, you're watching this fake crap and blah 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 and this and that." Listen, it is sports entertainment.
It is.
It's scripted to the end. And we'll have a talk one day, and I'll let everybody know that you're also being scripted when you're watching NFL and the NBA and all that crap too. We're going to get into that too one day. But anyways, back to wrestling. Like, for those guys to be in it that much, for Cody, that's a lot.
Yeah, and
it's his story though. Like, obviously,
exactly.
Yeah. Dusty, his father, the American Dream, never got it done. He won via count out. Championship didn't change. Wasn't able to get back up to top. Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, never was going to reach the top of the mountain for WWE. Put him into a clown character of Stardust. He couldn't stand it. And basically the saying went from undesirable to undeniable. And it came back. WWE better than ever. Here he is, face company.
Yeah, that's how I had to explain it to my wife. Like, why is this guy win? She was asking me, why did he win? What was the big deal? I'm like, they treated him like crap his first run in WWE. I showed her the picture, gave him a horrible gimmick, and it still kind of got over because of him and because of his brother. And their matches were good. He told Vince and told Triple H, which we all know Vince's judgment. The older he got, the worse it got.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
And created his own company, bet on himself, made himself bigger than ever before, and then came back and turned himself into an absolute superstar that, let's face it, kids nowadays, that's going to be their champion.
That's going to be their guy. Like, when I was growing up as John Cena, this age,
for us
it's Cody Rhodes.
For us, it was The Rock and Stone Cold. And now this group here is going to have Cody Rhodes, who's a great example, great guy, and just everything that you want. And for those, like you were talking about, Dusty, those who say, "Oh, well, you guys watching that scripted crap?" I'm like, well, all these people watch Grey's Anatomy. That's scripted.
Yeah.
Yellowstone. That's scripted. All the reality TV ain't reality TV, folks. It's scripted. At least we get to watch our scripted TV.
Exactly.
live.
And if you want to look at it as being sports guys and considering what we do, those are the best athletes in the country.
To do,
across the world.
And do it weekly, like at least 5 to 6 days a week, maybe a whole week.
And doing some of the stuff they were doing and having to be together.
There's foam in that ring a little bit, but they're still going on their knees. You know, when we talk about them jumping and their knees buckling, how they don't pop an ACL.
Yeah.
You know,
or break a leg or something.
You're still taking kendo. You're still getting hit with a piece of wood.
Or those chair shots.
Yeah, we did have a thing at the house the other night, and Hayden's going to be our guinea pig. Once we get the talent back and we got a full show. Hayden right here, he's going to take a kendo shot from each one of us.
Yeah.
Or like a chair shot or something. Yeah. To the back. We're not going to go back. We're not going to go savage or anything.
Well, I wasn't even going to hit you with a chair, but that sounds even better. I won't crash.
That's exactly right. I'm saying Crash needs to take a chair.
Crash.
Oh man.
Take a chair shot.
Is he 18 yet?
Right to the head.
Is he 18 yet?
Oh, he's close enough.
Yeah, he's close enough.
Oh, and we're filming it.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, kind of future plans. I don't think Cody's going to be a Backlash. I don't think we see Cody wrestle for a while, to be honest with you.
No, he'll come out and do his spots in the ring, a little bit. Now, there's probably going to be a couple people, probably try to set up a match.
I think Damian J is going to happen in Backlash.
Rhea and Liv Morgan, I think that'll happen.
That's going to happen.
I think it'll be Judgment Day versus R-Truth or Awesome Truth again.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy, of course, I'm sure. I don't know. Will they get? They're not probably going to give Gunther a rematch right now. I wouldn't think.
Sammy's got Gable on Monday.
On Monday for the IC.
Yeah. And hey, listen, Gable can have a win it.
Yeah, he could.
Sammy could have had his moment, and that'd be it. And they're going to let Gable have a run, and then maybe Gunther take it back from Gable. I don't know how they would set that up.
I don't know. I think Gunther, they're going to try to push him to the main event.
He may be taking a break. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he's kind of already put in.
We've had how many champions hold it for over a year? How long did Gunther have that?
666 days.
And Seth had it for almost a year.
Yeah, 360.
Yeah. And then Roman had it for almost
13, 16.
Yeah, 13, 16.
Had it over 4 years.
Yeah.
So 4 straight main event WrestleManias.
It's incredible. Those guys deserve breaks.
Oh yeah,
they
no
do.
Doubt, no doubt.
And I'm gonna say something. We all get on our social media apps and we start looking at wrestling. Why are people morons and like, oh, he's sick again, or this or that? Like, why can't the guy just take a break?
Right. Yeah.
He carried the company through the COVID years.
Yes.
He put them back on the map.
Yeah. Without Roman Reigns, we don't have WWE right now.
And reinvented his character.
Yes, completely.
Way better than what Vince can ever imagine with him, and turned into not just a heel, a likable, good heel.
Yeah.
Yes.
And his natural character came through, and it was great. It was fun,
phenomenal job, and I know he's going to revamp it again.
Yeah. I mean, did you see that social media video?
Yeah.
Yesterday morning, today, day one, and he's just walking on that treadmill, and he's just staring through the camera.
I figure we'll see. We'll probably see another run with the Shield.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I don't know if they'll ever get Moxley back over if he doesn't.
Well, they may have to.
If he doesn't come over
may have
with
to
brain
put
damage.
somebody in the Shield with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say it like I said. Without Moxley, it'd be weird, but
it would be weird. But
just to maybe see a run with just maybe a tag team with Seth and Roman as the Shield.
That would be fun.
I mean, it'd be great to see that, but I mean, just one of those things, like you said, long time storytelling. That's the best part about it.
Stories.
Yeah,
work well.
Listen, Triple H is sharpening that pencil.
Yeah.
And he is getting at it.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased.
Well, this is what I was telling AJ before the show, and I'm sure you've probably seen this too. During that match, I didn't really realize it until I went back and I rewatched that match a few times. At the end there, when he chose to hit Seth in the back with a chair instead of hitting Cody and win that championship, that was not just coincidence. That was 10 years of storytelling from what happened, and that's what I really like. Triple H in charge.
I mean, listen, he dropped a hammer on Roman when he left the Shield to go join Triple H.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest heel turns in probably the whole industry of wrestling.
Well, no, there's one bigger than that.
Well,
one.
Who's that?
That's when Hogan turned.
That is true. Yeah.
There'll never be. I don't care.
Oh, man.
There'll never be another heel turn ever.
Bigger
Not
than that.
quite like that.
But, I mean, I'll never forget Mean Gene out there and Savages in the ring and
trash flying in,
and next thing we know, I may have cried.
Yeah, and wrestling hasn't been hotter since.
It's never that. I mean,
it started, but we're going back there.
We're going back there, but I mean, you think about it. The the hero to everybody our age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All we'd ever seen was red and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And he come out wearing red and yellow that night.
Yeah. And now he's all of a sudden he's wearing black and white. He's changed how he talks somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not doing the brother stuff anymore.
Yeah, and it was just
more,
see, I'll argue that point anywhere that the Hogan turn was the worst and the biggest heel turn ever in professional wrestling.
Yeah, oh no, it's 100%. I mean, I'm sure some old guy will come up and, well, this happened in this territory.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, dude.
I mean, even when Andre turned on Hogan, wasn't as big as Hogan turning.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
Because Andre turned on Hogan and Hogan still beat him, and then all the crazy stuff happened in WCW throughout the years. So, guys, I really don't have a rant tonight.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't. I want to give a shout out though to obviously former Summertown Eagle and UT. So I'm not sure if you saw, but Brady, he went down to Mexico, try in their professional league, and he did end up getting a contract.
Nice.
Don't know about the teams yet. What all the contract based off that
good
confidential stuff. But want to give Brady a shout out. Good job, brother.
Loretto's Jacob James won ASUN Pitcher of the Week. That dude is killing it for UNA right now. He's their ace over there. And just a random thought, if y'all haven't listened to T-Pain's cover album, yes, I said it. T-Pain's cover album, dude, go listen to it. It's great. Why are you pulling down your hat like that?
T-Pain?
Dude, if you got to listen to his Black Sabbath cover.
All right.
It's great. We'll play it after. I don't want to get us in copyright trouble. but T-Pain's cover album, for those who know it's awesome. But, so for Hayden Burks, for Dusty Kaiser, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys again next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.